This is, well, I mean, you already selected this, so you know what it is. And it's also in addition to what this is from the last time we added the addition. So we're gonna dive right back in with my friend, my hero, Anthony Crescenzo. Part 2.
They're making way more money on appearances. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I digress.
No, you're good, man. No, you're good.
I've only taken a very limited number of acting classes.
Mm-hmm.
I know I should take more.
Mm-hmm.
But I want stand-up to catapult me
Mm-hmm.
to acting. I don't want to be going in as an actor. I want to be going in that I'm the person that wrote this thing and they're building it around me, and then they have to do the same thing they did with Kelly Ripa and go pay for acting classes because this guy's a terrible actor.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to kiss. I don't know what his problem is.
He cries a lot sometimes, not on purpose.
He just smells like garlic all the time. Like, I don't know what his problem is. When he's coming in like eating onions raw. Be like, I'm ready to make out with some broads. Let's do this.
I was just making
Where's
some
the chick's ass?
Sunday sauces made. What do we got now? All right.
We're making babies here or what?
That's awesome, though.
I'm just trying to get it in. Welcome to church.
Did you enjoy the experiences, like, of being on set and like that whole? Is it
There was a point in time where me and my buddy were just playing lacrosse.
Because there's a lot of like, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot of downtime for acting.
There was a good, oh man. So I hate it when I shouldn't hate it. I really shouldn't, but I hate waiting for them to set up
Mm-hmm.
things.
Yeah.
Like if how do I say this? The markings of setting up the lights and the sound and everything else, if you're not on crew for doing that, it's very annoying to wait on.
Yeah.
It just is.
Yeah.
Like that's why they give the actors a trailer.
Exactly.
Because it's just like you just sit there, just waiting and waiting
right.
and waiting. And it's like, what can I do with this time?
Yeah.
That's why James DeFranco wound up like taking all these classes and now he's like,
yeah, he's like Columbia.
yeah, he owns things, like whatever. He just does whatever he wants. And then, honestly, if you're getting in young enough, you could do a lot of good.
Yeah.
For yourself because of all the waiting, which I don't think you have that same luxury when it comes to modeling, but I really don't know the answer to that.
I'll
because
never know. Yeah.
Because you got eyes, So when it comes to acting though, like I want it to be based more on me. I want to be in there because I've written something good. Not I'm a good writer. I'm not. But I wrote something like good enough that they were like, oh my God, we could make something out of this. But we're going to have to have him involved because it's obviously his idea. Yeah. And then like get my other friends who are better writers, get them in. Yeah. And more importantly, have them also just be like, my goal right now is to get 1 to 3 of my sitcoms eventually. Not like in the next 12 months. I'm not being crazy when I say that, but like long term, get them to get moved to networks so this way they can go. Yeah. Get something like maybe not a Chappelle deal, but like something similar where they're like, what do you have in your repertoire that we can like move forward with and we can make some money together? Right. Because that's really what it is.
Like a seed idea.
Like Got Baked and all that stuff came about was because they saw Chappelle doing stand-up and they were like, people go crazy for this. This is awesome.
How can we translate
it? How do we translate this to television so this way we can make series and movies and things like this that'll last forever? Because the reality is stand-up does not last forever.
Right.
You like a line in stand-up is something that could translate to a 30-minute sitcom. One line.
Yeah. Could be a premise for
even a movie.
Just
sometimes.
Expand it, blossom it out into
And that's what I want is that like my stuff will actually transcend what I wrote it for originally and be able to go, okay,
the foundation.
What else can you deliver? Like, do you have these written out as other things and then make that happen.
Yeah.
But also because I only have a few things that I'm like, okay, I'm really passionate about these things.
Right.
Can we do something?
Mm-hmm.
Also turn around and be like, hey, these, like, what do you guys have that, like, maybe I can pitch to the network and I can, I'll get you in on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then while we're there, be like, hey, why don't you talk to,
it's more just like stand up, just networking.
Yeah. Like Troy's got a script.
Yeah.
Like, why don't we
check this out? He knows this guy.
Yeah.
We can get this writer, maybe that, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I saw what happened out of Everyone Loves Raymond.
Mm-hmm.
And I also, Chappelle did this too, but I think Everyone Loves Raymond was an amazing example of what is possible.
Mm-hmm.
So Ray gets seen from late night, and
wasn't it produced by Letterman?
Yeah, exactly.
Worldwide Pants.
That's why I want Fallon, because I think Fallon will be the guy to move me up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he will definitely be the guy, but I think he's got the highest potential to see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And want to do something.
I know what you mean. Yeah. Yep.
He's not the only one though, but
yeah.
I think he's probably the most
ideal.
likely.
Yeah.
Also, he's got the most financial backing to be able to do it.
Sure.
As far as where I could see,
Comcast money.
I might be wrong.
Yeah, got that Comcast money.
Yeah. So what Ray did was he not only did Everyone Loves Raymond, but he brought in people, not the main characters, the side characters, his friends, Andy Kimmel, I can't remember his name, Dave Chappelle, not Dave Chappelle, Dave Attell,
Dave Attell, yeah. You believe that? I forgot that he was on that.
Yeah.
You never put
most
him.
Most people do.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, he didn't really get anything like network TV wise, but it blew him up on Comedy Central.
Yeah, yeah.
Which he wound up like 2 or 3 shows out of it. And Kimmel, Kindler, whatever his name.
Oh, Andy Kindler. Yeah, sure.
He wound up with stuff out of it too. Like, I don't think he was the main character, but it really moved him up a lot.
Yeah.
And then the guy from Mike and Molly.
And
even, I can't remember his name, King of Queens.
Kevin James.
Kevin James was in with Ray.
Okay.
And that's how
King of
Queens wound up getting picked up, and then now
because he co-signed on that,
on his own thing altogether. Also, Yes Dear, was a side.
This all just trickled down,
and that's the whole thing. Like,
not trickled down, but
it's the same thing. Like, okay, we see this, and this guy is good. Like, we could probably build something around him. Yeah. Actually, I think All in the Family was before Red Fox or had his show, Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
One of the two of them was a shoot off of that.
Yeah.
But that's what I like. I like the idea of, let me try to be the guy that people can branch off of and be like, wow, we have a career because this guy was willing.
This thing went and then
he push forward and get himself in. But once he got himself in, he was like, I only have this much in the tank.
Yeah.
And I want to get people up around me.
And I know this guy's.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's what my goal is it's not just about, of course, I want things for me.
That's what I love about, like, that's what I see as like a good comedian. It's like, not only like wants to kill it for themselves, but when they do, they want to like help the next guy. I think that's like what it's all about, man.
That's what Devil's Den was.
Yeah.
That's the whole point that we were doing with Devil's Den. It was, yes, obviously, to have a platform for me to be able to do shows once or twice a week, every weekend, not that far away from home.
Yeah.
And if it was packed or there was 2 people, we were doing a show.
Yeah.
And then I would get to go on and be able to essentially open mic at a club for anywhere from 5 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
Whatever I just decided that day that I was going to do. And then I would put people around me. And then sometimes I couldn't be there. I'm on the road. And then I would put other people in positions where they could do the same thing.
So it keeps
at that place.
At the same
and then
thing.
I'll just sell the tickets and that's it. It wasn't that at that point. It was not about making any money. I wanted people to pay for the tickets So this way they would actually respect the experience that they were going to get.
Right.
They wouldn't just come in off the street with like no money and not be able to pay for anything and be like, can you buy me some pizza? Like I didn't want that. I wanted people that like actually had enough money to go, or even veterans that like we would give them free tickets and then they would go and they would appreciate it. They would still buy food and drinks and stuff like that. And then, maybe they would
and support.
Yeah. So, not financially necessarily, but like they would have like something that we could go do and go get in front of other people somewhere else.
Yeah.
But it was about one, me getting up. So this way I had the ability to be able to empower other people.
Yeah.
But also when I started, there was nothing like that. There was nowhere I could go. And like the closest thing was when I finally got to Boston and Broadway Comedy Club was like helpful with this too, where, they made it this way. It's like one comic will allow other comics to feed them, but also feed off of them. And then like, these other people could get the time and they could grow and like
find their own.
Yeah. It's like, hey, Ann, I gotta do a taping.
Yeah.
No problem. How much time you need? That was my question all the time.
Yeah. What do you need?
It was like, if you don't tell me that you need a specific time, you're probably going to do 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If you tell me that you need something specific, okay. Do you want to go on first? Do you want to go on third? Do you want to close the show? How much time do you want? Do you need me to tape this for you? Like how can I help you?
Right.
Because helping you, I feel helps me.
Right. It does.
It's not just like,
it
helps
does.
me in my heart. It makes me feel better.
No.
No, it's I want you to do well.
Yeah.
Because then hopefully you remember me.
Right.
And then maybe you could help me.
It works for everybody. Yeah. It's a community. I don't know. Yeah. At the end of the day.
It's not even like part of it's trying to build good karma, but also part of it is just being a good
person. Yeah. It sounds stupid, but no, it really is. It is. It's undervalued, I think.
I think so.
In a lot of businesses.
That's the one thing I hated was like when I was starting, there was nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Like that the one guy, Mickey Who, had a good thing going, but it died. Or
That's
at least I think it died. I haven't heard. I barely ever hear about him doing those kind of shows where he would let anybody who was willing to sign up in advance. Go on. You pay 5 minutes to go on stage, and if at least one person came to see you, that person actually that one ticket paid for you to go on stage. So now you don't have to pay. But if 20 people came to see you, it was still that one ticket. Paid for you saying you didn't have to pay. I know because that happened when we won. Online, you know, he gave me a lot of opportunities. But it was like it was Saturday night. It was late. You were in a city type of area. It was in a private room. They had good audio. The backdrop was terrible, but that's okay. Then they had a panel, and this panel you'd get like 5 minutes, but the panel would heckle you too. But they would stop the clock when they're heckling you.
That's awesome.
And then you go back and they would eventually tell you, okay, wrap it up.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that was good. It helped you at least grow on a weekend because most comics, they have a job.
Yeah. Exactly.
They can't do most comics are not like, oh, I'm independently wealthy. I'm a prince. Like, no, why are you doing this?
Then why? Yeah, exactly.
Like, this is for comedy.
Yeah. Peasants.
Yeah.
It is.
I
But
came in. I was like, I went broke. I was in credit card debt just to try to take a bus to Manhattan.
Yeah. Yep.
To make nothing.
It's a grind, man. It's a grind, but it's worth it, I think. But
the goal was like, oh, well, I'm gonna get paid in laughs. And my mom's like, how are you gonna pay the student loans off in laughs?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right,
we'll figure it out, Mom. Love you too.
Begging people to like come in off of the street.
Yeah.
Be like, we have a comedy show going on. We have a comedy show going on.
Yeah. Barking.
Yeah. We have a comedy show going on. You want to come see a comedy show? We make our own comedy. All right, I'm sure you do.
On TikTok.
All the time. It was always something different. And then like I got lucky and my buddy from TMZ like just saw me there enough times and he was like, you want to be an intern? I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that entailed. And eventually that got me better spots and also taught me how to manage a club. And then once I learned how to manage a club in New York, I eventually was able to do the same thing in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And then learning how to do that, I was like, you know what? I think I can actually do the thing that I wanted to do. Like the thing that made me the most upset when I was starting, which was that I can only get on stage on Tuesdays.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
now
like,
you have,
it's like we were over here and the audience was like on the other side of the building because they were playing poker and they didn't care about us. They would listen because
talking.
It was so loud.
Yeah.
Like the speakers were just ridiculous.
Yeah. Bad sound. Yeah.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? It was like we were just hanging out with other comics.
Start somewhere. Yeah, that's the hang is a lot of it at the mics. So damn important. I always meet somebody cool, like at every mic I go to. So I meet somebody new.
And you'd be very surprised at how important those connections are because so I've said this before and I don't mind saying it again, and since you're relatively new to it.
Absolutely no.
I mean, this is your second round.
Second go, yeah.
So I actually,
but I will not say I'm not like experienced. I'm not. I will not say I'm experienced. Yeah, I'm new. Yeah. But
you're better off. Yeah. I say it all the time.
Yeah.
Taking comedy classes, I feel is important. Taking like a real comedy class, not like you go to this place once a week.
Not like Jimmy's.
Taking it where it's like you have eight sessions. They send you get a syllabus. And they teach you mic technique is really the first day. You got to go in there with at least some material that you think might be funny.
Okay.
And then they will tell you whether it's funny, what needs to be punched up, what else you should, what are the things you might want to be talking about, like try to go forward with it. But the most important part of taking the classes, yes, obviously it's going to cost some money.
Yeah.
But that's where you're going to make that and the open mics will be the places you make your best connections because the connections are not the audience.
Yeah.
The connections will become the audience over time because they'll like what you're doing.
Right.
But the connections that you need to make when you're in those classes are the students because eventually they will move up.
Yeah.
They will become
They're going to be the guys getting shows, or putting on shows. Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Also the teacher. Because the teacher's been doing it for at least 10 years in most instances.
Right. And if you find the right spot, a good,
Yeah. Even honestly, even if you get a crap teacher at first, okay, you got a crap teacher. Go take another class somewhere along the line. Get a new teacher, new crop of students that you're now working with. Those become your comedy friends. That teacher, because they're doing other things, they need openers. They need MCs. They need guys with equipment.
Feeder.
They need guys that drive.
Yeah.
They have 2, 3, 4 shows going on in a day because they're also producers. And those shows are not like the shows that the first, second, third year comics are getting.
Right.
If they like you for whatever reason, you're doing a 300-seat show.
Yeah.
You might only get 5 minutes.
Yeah. But you're getting the exposure.
You're getting experience with people
that you wouldn't
are like they're spending
crowd.
$45 on seeing the show. Yes,
and they're not all
there's
comics.
Dinner with that show, but still, these are people that are used to seeing a 45-minute act do top-notch material. Like, they're not gonna put you on like to be the 5-minute guy on Chappelle or Chris Rock or Kevin Hart or something like that. But you're gonna get 5 minutes on a show with the Wid.
Yeah.
Who, don't get me wrong, the Wid is a freaking incredible
actor. Yeah, he's a legend.
Yes. But he doesn't have a Netflix special.
Right.
That's all I'm getting at.
Right.
Is I'm not taking anything away from him, but he still has the ability. He's still great.
Yeah. Every like
500, 1,000 seat rooms.
Everyone knows who he is. Like, I mean, comics. Like everyone I've talked to, like.
Actually, everybody over the age of 60 in this area will know who he is.
Yeah. He's a nice guy. It was just, I did what I did, and I he was right too, I went too hard, too fast.
Yeah. But the thing is, you wind up thinking when you make those mistakes that, I totally blew that connection.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
He was giving me advice.
Yeah.
It hurt my feelings because I thought I did something wrong. At first it was my first time. But I realized, like, well, you did what you wanted to do and got on stage and told a joke.
Yeah.
And it got laughs. Was it? It wasn't right for the moment. or the point at which I should have said a joke, ease into it or something. But
I don't like easing into things.
Yeah.
But that might be the difference, is like who you're working around.
Right. Yeah. It was I don't know. Whatever it was, he was right,
So when it comes to situations like that, they're different. All right. So like my open mic,
mm-hmm.
I literally tell new people, if you have 1 minute,
mm-hmm.
do the minute.
Yeah.
You don't have to do 5.
Do all 5. Yeah. Do what you got.
Do what you want to do.
You'll give more comics more time.
Yeah. Because the other comics will appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like do your 1 minute
yep.
and then come off.
Mm-hmm. Don't do a minute and then struggle for 4.
It's because I will sit there if I know somebody's brand new,
mm-hmm.
because I know they might walk off.
Yeah. You got to be ready.
Happened before.
Ready. Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, now
or
I
they
know
freeze.
That. But I'm also learning when I'm there. I'm not learning off of listening to what anybody's saying.
Right.
I literally learn off of like what's going on around me.
Like cues. Yeah.
Because I refuse to listen to other comics.
Mm-hmm.
The only way I'm ever going to listen to you is if I am actively listening to you.
Right.
Or if you're going on stage and you're like, hey, Aunt, could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Actually listen to me today.
Yeah.
I want to see how this particular joke is going to go.
Right.
And they'll be like, okay, no problem. But if me and you are on a show together,
yeah,
chances are
I
walked out of the room within 60 seconds.
Right. And it's nothing like, I get it. It's nothing personal. It's just like,
I don't want to take your joke by accident.
Yeah, me too. Like I'm the same way. I don't want to hear it and get it in my head.
Yeah. Like sometimes before I go on stage, I'll listen to the other acts. But once I'm off stage, I won't unless it's because I think I can learn something right now.
I mean, because you're around comedy so much, it gets in your head, and like you don't want that.
No,
I don't.
Especially the people I work with all the time.
Yeah,
they know I will not listen to 90% of their act. I just won't.
Right.
I don't care if they're doing.
It's not personal.
All the time.
Yeah, not personal. I totally get. I would be the same way, and that's another strong argument to make your shit personal too, because then you're not stealing. What are you stealing?
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to get to before. All right. Mm-hmm. So with weird or any kind of thing like that. So you think you blew your connection. And I've had that thought process, and this is something that I have learned. You think you blow your connection when you get upset, or like you don't, you think that they pulled you off stage or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. You only burnt a bridge for 6 months to 5 years at the most.
It does have a shelf
really
life.
Bad.
Yeah.
And it can't be like just something you did on stage.
Michael Richards style.
Unless you took the mic stand, and smacked somebody.
Yeah.
Then you're
fucked.
Definitely blackballed.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just weren't good, 5 years is the absolute max that a booker will not use you just because of that.
So essentially, like they're not gonna like.
That's how long their memory will last.
Yeah.
Also, they assume in 5 years you've learned your lesson. A lot of them it's in 6 months.
Right.
But it's somewhere in between there.
Either they forgot about you, or or you got better. Which hopefully, if you keep doing it, you do. So.
And then that's just it makes it easier.
Yeah.
Actually, what I learned very recently, through watching the Instagram of a girl named Comedy Groupie.
Mm-hmm.
Who has managed like 2 or 3 comedy clubs in New York that I'm aware of. And I met her when she was first.
Wait, she manages clubs, but her... Okay. The name is confused. Got it.
She's not a comic.
Got it.
I think that's why.
Yeah, okay.
So I do watch her reels, and they're good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, very good.
Mm-hmm.
So helpful. And like there's things that like open micers can learn.
Mm-hmm.
Like just mic technique,
just little
stupid stuff. Like stop bending the microphone.
Oh yeah,
Stop. Just hold the microphone.
There's
the microphone like this.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right. Like, just hold it.
Like I understand that this microphone does not get touched.
Dude,
just talk to it this way.
Right.
If you talk to it this way, that might be okay too because it has the screen on it. But if I talk to it this way, I don't have to worry about popping my P's.
Yep. Or B. Yep.
But that's from broadcast school.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so the thing that I learned this year that I wish I would have known when I first started, you can cancel on a gig or a spot, especially if it's just a spot, especially if it's only 5 minutes and you're not bringing equipment or whatever. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
everybody thinks it is. Like, oh my God,
they'll never. Yeah.
Look,
but shit happens.
Exactly. Things happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even just you got sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's the biggest one.
Yeah.
But like, obviously, if you're sick, do not come.
Right. Yeah.
But call us up to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if like, let's say you get something at the Funny Bone, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not your first time there, especially if it's not your first time there.
Okay.
It totally works.
Yeah.
And your wife says that I got us. She totally forgets that you have this gig,
mm-hmm.
and she's like, I got us plane tickets. We're gonna go to Aruba.
Yeah.
That's the week.
Yeah. Surprise.
Yeah. Tell them that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
They will understand.
Just be straight up. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't wait.
Don't bullshit them. They're trying to run a business.
Just tell them exactly what happened.
Yeah.
If it's a good booker,
mm-hmm.
they will understand. They will be okay with it. You're still
in rotation.
Like,
yeah.
Oh my God, I have a gig that week.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. No, don't worry. Give me like 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? I have to text somebody. I really appreciate this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love this. We're totally going to do this.
Yeah.
I missed a lot of major life things
mm-hmm.
because I didn't know that it is okay
to
say no to stuff.
Because in our heads, like, and every comic tells me, like, just do as much time, do it, because that's the mentality that succeeds. But there's life too, right? Yeah. You can't enjoy that without the other thing,
A younger me would have practically cried about what happened today.
What's up?
I was very upset about it. And I immediately told my wife, but I sent the text to the wrong person. And then I sent it to her afterwards. This is a saying no to a gig thing.
Mm-hmm.
I had been asked to do a gig and for April 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And it's upstate New York.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not booked that day. Totally down to do it. Getting paid decent.
Yeah.
Everything's getting covered. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so game to do this. I find out who else is on the show, and I text that person, "Hey, are you on this too?" No, I'm not. I'm not available for that. So now I know I'm the replacement. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really respect the person that I was replacing.
Right.
And I'm like, wow, somebody thought that I could replace this person.
Sure.
Huge.
It's a big boost, yeah. So
I told my wife about it. I was excited.
Mm-hmm.
And today, I'm at the doctor's office, and I get a text from this person asking if I'm available April 1st. For a kind of gig that I do with this person all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I love doing that kind of gig.
Mm-hmm.
The money's good.
It's not what the other gig is.
No, the other gig is actually a better gig.
And it's covered. Yeah.
But I love doing those kind of
mm-hmm.
gigs. I have a lot of freedom doing them.
Mm-hmm.
They're amazing. Also, I love working with this person.
Yeah. Right.
It's such a good time when we work together.
Right.
Like, just I already know going in, like, mm-hmm. we're going to have
have a good night, yeah.
And we bounce off of each other very well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind hanging out, watching this person.
Yeah, it's not like
I don't watch the whole set.
Like, is he done yet?
Like,
Are they done
yet? I will laugh harder than the audience sometimes at things, just because I have a good time with this person.
You have more context.
So I text my wife, hey, could you make sure about these things? Also, this person just asked me to work on this date, and I know I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Sent it to that person. I think this was meant for your wife.
Brutal.
Damn. So I send her a message. I send her a message back. What time is that gig? What time is that gig? I just want to see. She tells me the time. I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna.
Oh, that's so tough.
But it's like, it's not her. It's working for a company, and I really want to work for this company.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the other thing that upset me.
Mm-hmm.
And young me would have cried about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I want to work with this guy. But I had it in my head that I'm going to work for this company this many times under this person.
Yeah.
And then I'm probably going to send them my avails independently.
Yeah.
And if they still put me on with this person, awesome.
But also I can do it.
I have the ability to work outside of that person because of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can open up, how do I say this properly? I can open up an opportunity for two people.
Right.
Because then I'm not working with that person.
Now you can bring somebody
on that, for that particular company, so somebody else can go work with her.
Yep.
And then I also get to do my shows through that company.
Yeah.
And then I can bring somebody in. And now I just gave employment to two people.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
so
incredible.
now I'm like, I'm not a saint.
Yeah.
I was like, this could be a great thing for like multiple people.
More than just yourself. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, that would be cool. And granted, it also depends on how much work that company has to be able to give to me.
Right.
But regardless.
Yeah.
Old me would have been very upset about that because I've had I missed Vegas with my mom and dad before my dad passed. And I think I was supposed to go to Mexico too, and that was with them. And then there was like an Italy trip that I missed. All missed.
Yeah.
Because I was told
not
take everything.
Don't say no. Yeah.
But now I'm learning it's okay to say no.
Yeah. For life. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're just sitting on the couch and say,
then you don't want to be a comic.
Then you're a shitty comic.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like I gotta gig at the
Then you don't really want.
But
do
I really want to do it. I gotta gig it just for laughs, but I don't want to go to Canada.
Yeah, right.
It's like you don't want to go to Canada.
Yeah, what?
Why?
For the biggest comedy festival?
Are you like what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Then if you say no to those kind of things,
then you're a shitty comic.
You're not a shitty comic. You're just first of all, you're a bad business person.
Yeah. It
and
starts
you don't really want to do comedy.
Right. It's
Somebody
not for
might be pushing you to do it.
Right.
But that's a different story altogether.
Yeah.
Also, when you get to a certain level, have merch. Have it.
Merch, yeah.
Just two reasons. One, it's going to wind up helping your brand along the way.
Yeah.
And by your brand, I just really mean your name, your career. People will have your name right on them, or like things that you do. And maybe they'll come back to your show. Or maybe it's just as simple as they pull out the shirt that, they're going to wear it to the gym or whatever.
Yeah.
And then now they're advertising for you.
Yeah, they're like, who's that? Like, what are you doing?
Or you just see it because you bought it and you like that guy that one time, and you keep looking at it like, oh,
that's pretty cool.
Troy.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be down the street. Like, isn't he going to be over at Comedy Stop or whatever? Like,
putting it out.
Yeah. I just saw it's going to be on the thing. Because then they're going to remember you over
one
time.
more
it's not
thing.
just the guy that they saw one time. They saw him one time and they really like him.
Like, oh, he has somebody else likes him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like, oh, you like him too? Great. When I see AEW fans out in the wild,
you found your people.
Yeah. Like if you ever saw this the scissoring video, that's because I saw a guy with an AEW shirt and I was like, this is happening now. My wife's like, you're an idiot. I'm like, I know. But I got a lot of heat, so it was good. I didn't actually expect it to, but I was very happy that
it was funny.
But the other reason you want the merch is because when you go on the road, you really don't always make good money.
Right.
And it will help you to supplement the money. So
make up,
let's just say this is whatever. I'll just make up numbers. Let's say it costs you $10 to make that shirt, and you sell it for $20. Now you just made a $10 profit on every shirt.
Yep. And it's and it's advertising, so it's more than just $20 in your pocket.
And if you have like some free stuff that you can get, like wristbands,
stickers,
buttons, or
whatever,
stickers, something like that's cheap that you can give away. Great. Does having clips up help? Yeah. But you see, not everybody.
It's not everything. Yeah.
And not everybody's going to go look for it.
Yeah.
You could. I could.
Say, people have to actively.
Say to blue in the face about like, oh, I have a special. I have a special. They gotta go find it.
Gotta go find it. Yeah. Yeah. Just got to get out there.
Yeah. But if like they got a shirt on that says pinball, you know what that is?
What is that? No, somebody's got to ask, like, hey, what's the pinball?
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, maybe they talk about it. Or maybe it just winds up being like a cool looking shirt. Like, you buy a Kiss shirt, not necessarily.
Yeah, like you see these like young kids wearing like Iron Maiden. They couldn't name a goddamn track.
If I went up to them, I was like, 2 minutes to midnight. They'd be like,
what are you doing, old man?
Who are you singing to?
Yeah, is that a TikTok song?
666,
the number of the beast.
Like, all right,
yeah.
Someone doesn't go to church.
Right.
It's like,
come
like,
on,
all
man.
right, you're really not getting these
references. It is, yeah. And they're sold at like Target now. It's incredible. Like, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, I know so many people that like. Do you? Do you like Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper? I'm like, yeah. Like, yeah, he had some good movies. It's no Hulk Hogan. Yeah, you had some good movies. Too bad about like, you know, that he can't stop being a racist. I'm like, all right. Can we remove the person from the artist?
Yeah,
because
you're talking about two different people.
Yeah, I'm wearing this because of the artist.
Yeah, not because
I don't just go around talking about who my daughter is dating.
Right.
Or who his daughter is dating.
That's like that's nothing to do with what's on the thing. I don't care about
Tropic Thunder either.
Yeah,
I just care about what he did. In WWF and what he did in WCW.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, the man from the whatever.
And No Holds Barred, great movie. But other than that, I care less.
Yeah, right.
I'm
the
like,
fluff. As long as it's shitty.
It was terrible. You know what was worse?
Yeah.
That it was recorded.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because now we're talking about it. Who cares?
Like, can I just enjoy it?
Did he kill anyone?
Can I just enjoy Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior? Can that just be
without it becoming a political or a social commentary?
Like, it happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That part definitely happened.
Yeah, it was a little rough.
It did not happen. Didn't happen in the early '80s when people still thought that Reagan was like the greatest thing in the world.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
No, he ruined the world. No.
Great guy at the time.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Didn't realize. Didn't see that. Didn't see how bad that was for 20 years.
Trickled down eventually. No.
Other than that, lights out for those 8 years. Just lights
Nailed it.
You couldn't touch him.
Nailed it.
Better than Jesus.
All right, man. What are we at? Really? Is that real?
What?
153 minutes?
Oh, Christ. I don't even know how long that is.
All right, well, I just looked at the timestamp, and we've been going for like 2.5 hours, and it's my bedtime. No, I think we've
cutting this entire part right now.
Yeah, but thanks for coming out, man. I know it was a long drive for you, and I like
this is long. We're not even in Canada. This ain't bad. Kansas was 24 hours.
Shit, but I like meeting comics. It's my new favorite thing. Every mic I go to, and I thanks for responding and dropping some knowledge. And definitely want to hit up your mic sometime. I'm available.
I know other PA comics that are like, oh, I'll go, but like every time I go, I feel like I gotta get a hotel room because it goes so long. And I'm like, it doesn't always. When there was only one mic in Jersey on Monday, then it went a long time.
Yeah. I'll stay. I don't care. But I just I don't know. I'm grateful for you coming down, man. Seriously.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was fun. You're a good dude. You trusted me ordering food for you, not knowing me. That's a big ask. I mean, that's a tall order.
Yeah, I trust you in my Venmo account a little bit.
But all right, Anthony, thank you so much. And again, Pinball drops March 29th on YouTube. Where can people find you if you'd like them to?
All right, so there's multiple ways you can find me. I have the TikTok account, obviously a Facebook account because I'm a human, Instagram because why not? Actually, most of my videos are probably on Instagram, and then you can also go to the YouTube channel. Now, if you go to either anthonycrescenzo.com or devilsdencomedyclub.com, Devil's Den Comedy Club actually has the shows that I personally produce, even if it's with friends. But you're gonna the best thing to do is just you're gonna see a link. Go to the link that'll take you to either devilsdencomedyclub.com or it'll take you to the Instagram account for Anthony Crescenzo because it's me, and then Devil's Den Comedy Club is the location. But that's probably the best way to find me. And then Pinball comes out on the 29th. Obviously, there's other shows that are gonna. Yeah,
do you have anything like shows coming up you want to?
All right, so in this area, I think that it's either gonna be the next thing I'll do will probably either be with Steamroller Entertainment or Greer Fest. And if you don't know about either of those, you friggin' need to. Oh my god. Those guys are like both of them. They're two separate companies, and they are friends with each other. Yeah. And I don't mind plugging them both together. My God, every show I do, both of them are lights out.
Killers.
Yeah. Perfect example. I work with Steamroller like constant. That's actually how a lot of the opportunities have come to me. But also Greer Fest. Now let me talk about them for a second because I got to get you in touch with them.
Please do, yeah.
Even just to talk about
on the podcast. Yeah, please do.
Greer is just okay. So he's got this one theater, and it was like, all right. So the first time I was his first headliner for another show, and then I was his first headliner in the theater. At least I think I was, and the Sherman Theater, and that tape came out so good. It was damn near.
It was magic.
I was so close to just releasing that as the special.
Yeah.
And then a producer got in touch with me, and he was like, "I can do this, and I can do a multi-camera shoot and edit it, and then I can edit the audio as well, and then I can put it on my network." And he died, so I had to just release it on my own. I think he died at least. Anyway, so Pinball was not from there, but it almost was from the Sherman Theater. And then we just got a better visual deal, but wound up through camera shoot.
That's crazy.
So, it was, but that's how good his shows are.
Yeah.
It just, both of them, like Steamroller Entertainment, Rich Carucci and John Greer at Greer Fest. Both of those guys from Pennsylvania. I highly recommend them. There's another one too, but since I don't work for him yet, I'm not going to name drop him.
It's all good.
But if I was working for him and the shows were as good as I've been hearing, then I will probably name drop them.
We'll talk about it off mic. Yeah. Awesome, man. Well, it was awesome to meet you, and this won't be the last time we meet. I know that. So
I think one of the episodes is literally just going to be us closing the show.
Yeah, it really all right, so it's like at the end of Wayne's World. Just
We're just gonna stand outside, look at planes, but since we're in the middle of Pennsylvania, there are none.
Yeah, just chemtrails.
Just chemtrails.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'll catch you next week.